Hey guys, what's up? This is Mario here, bringing you guys another video, and today we're going to be talking about the Trials of Osiris and the new Crucible maps that are going to be added in the House of Wolves, so hopefully you guys are going to enjoy this, and so here we go. So in case you don't know, Bungie has released a live stream earlier on, and they explained essentially what the Trials of Osiris is going to be. They didn't mention the new Crucible maps, but I'll be mentioning those at the end as they were revealed on the website later on in the day. But anyways, let us get straight into the Trials information. So in the background you're going to be seeing some Trials of Osiris gameplay that was from the actual live stream itself. In the top corner you're going to be seeing two Crucible testers and Triple Rec TV, who is a streamer on Twitch. But anyways, let's get into the details. So in case you don't already know, the Trials of Osiris is a new 3v3 playlist that will be added in the House of Wolves, and it uses a new game type called Elimination, which requires a high level of strategy and map knowledge in order to succeed. The event will run from Friday at 10 AM Pacific time until the weekly reset on Tuesday. Now the point of the actual game mode is that you're not gonna, the aim is to kill the other team and not die yourself. So this is what happens: when you die, you cannot respawn. The only way to get back up again is for your teammates to revive you, and if all of the other team dies, or if your team dies, then whichever team is still alive will gain 1 point. The goal is to kill all of the enemy team and keep your team alive and keep reviving them, and then once an entire team is dead, the winning team will gain 1 point, and the first team to 5 points will win the entire trial. There will be no matchmaking for the Trials of Osiris. You will have to assemble a team of 3 players before jumping in. This means that there will be less random people, so you won't be joined with people who AFK or people who are just going to purposely use bad weapons. You're rather joined in with a group of friends or a group that you've matchmade with on like Destiny LFG or something, who's going to be actually good, and you'll be able to actually compete against the other team with. Matchmaking will also be based on connection rather than skill, so that means you're going to have players with similar connections to you rather than players who are of similar skill, which is very good. It means you won't be coming up against people who are just lagging all over the place. At first, the playlist is going to feature 1 map each week. On the first week of the trials, the map will be the Burning Shrine, which is set on Mercury, and then the next week it'll be another map, next week it'll be another map, and it'll keep going like that. And eventually it'll just rotate back around to the other maps that we've already had. Another thing to note is that if you actually win a match, it currently seems that at least 1 team member will gain rewards. That's not confirmed, but that's what it seems like after watching the stream. Now, to actually enter the Trials of Osiris, you're going to need to purchase an item from the Brother Vance vendor in the Reef social space, which is called the Trials Passage, and this will act as a scoreboard for your actual Trials Passage. When you win a game on your Trials Passage, you'll gain a yellow marker, and when you lose, you'll gain a red marker. And your Trials Passage will end, or as in you won't be able to compete, you'll have to buy your way back in again, after either you win 9 games, you lose 3 games, or the Trials of Osiris ends for the week. Now, we do actually have some details on the rewards that you'll be able to get from Brother Vance after you reach after 9 wins, is what we're saying. So after 2 wins in the trials, you'll unlock the ability to purchase stone tier packages, which, from what we currently know, will contain items such as Motes of Light and passage coins, which I'll talk about passage coins later in the video. Once you hit 3 wins, you'll unlock the bronze tier packages, and this will have similar rewards to the stone tier packages, but they'll probably be slightly better. Maybe you'll be able to get strange coins, or maybe rarely like the shards or energies, whatever it's going to be in the Prison of Elders. Then once you hit 5 wins, you'll be able to buy a piece of armor that will change every week. The reason we know this is that IGN played when it was the chest piece, and the live stream featured the helmet. Once you hit 6 wins, you'll unlock a silver tier package, and we don't actually know what this will contain, but it will likely contain some legendary items. Once it hits 8 wins, 7 wins, you'll unlock a weapon that currently it will supposedly change every week, but so far it has only been the Summoner, which is a legendary auto rifle. Once you hit 8 wins, you'll unlock the gold tier package, which we currently don't know anything about as well. And then once you hit 9 wins, we're actually not sure. But Bungie did tease on Twitter that there is going to be something special once you hit 9 wins. And I believe that this is going to grant access to the Halls of Amentet. And if you don't know what the Halls of Amentet is, it's it's a new social space that was leaked through the databases like Destiny DB and that. And this is essentially where you'll probably meet Osiris himself, and you'll be able to get some form of reward, maybe like an exotic weapon like the Fate of All Fools, or basically some form of reward, and it'll reward you for essentially winning 9 games and not losing 3 games. Which is going to be very good, and it's going to reward players for doing well. And as you can see in the background, if you actually go watch the stream, it is an intense game mode. It is going to require a lot of skill, and I do recommend that if you haven't seen the thing yet, I'll put a link in the description to the VOD of the live stream, and you can go watch it for yourself. And I highly recommend you do it. It is a very intense game mode. And you can see in the background of the gameplay that it does require a lot of teamwork. So now let's go over everything that was revealed on Bungie.net, and of course I'm going to go over everything in this video rather than just a few things. So as you can see at the minute, we've got the big header thing up, which is the Trials of Osiris, and this does look pretty damn sick. But moving on, since this doesn't show any information, you can see it says tested in fire with a quote from Lord Shaxx. And then it says, only Guardians who have proven they're worthy may enter the Trials of Osiris, where they will face the Crucible's ultimate test of teamwork and skill. Then it says 3v3 elimination mode, and the description says, your skill alone won't carry you through the trials unscathed. Gather a fire team capable of working as one, and bring down the entire opposing team to claim victory. You may only be revived by a teammate, and if your whole team is down, the round is over. Elimination matches are played to 5 points, with a single point awarded to the victors of each round. And as you can see on the side of the image there, you can see where it says fire team and enemies. So when a fire team member dies, a blue skull will appear, and when an enemy dies, a red skull will appear, just so everyone knows how many players are left in the game. The next image, as you can see, it says weekly event schedule, and it's followed by 4 lit up images and 3 ones that are more darkened. Of course, this is just indicating when it will be available. So on Thursday it won't be available, then on Friday it will become unlocked. Saturday, Sunday and Monday it will be unlocked, and then once the weekly reset happens, the trials will end and you'll have to wait until Friday again to play, and then it'll go to Wednesday when it won't be available, of course. Then you can see it says the Eye of Osiris, and the description reads, Brother Vance holds vigil in the reef, awaiting the arrival of Guardians ready to accept the challenge of the trials. Only he can grant you a passage to the Trials of Osiris, which will track your wins and losses. Once you rack up 9 wins or 3 losses, you may return to the completed passages to him for rewards you'll earn through your wins. There we go. And so as you can see, that's what the markers look like as well. So you can see the yellow markers are where it's a win, and the red markers is where it's a loss. Moving on once again, you can see we have this image which says the golden path, and it says buy special buffs with trials coins to ease your paths through the trials. Forgive a loss, add a win, or even double down on your first victory. Each passage may carry all 3 buffs. Earn trial coins by playing daily featured Crucible playlists, as well as a chance to receive them from post-game rewards elsewhere in the Crucible. So if you don't know what this means, essentially this is going back to when I mentioned passage coins earlier. So you'll be able to spend the passage coins on these 3 items, which is the Favour of Osiris, the Mercy of Osiris, and the Boon of Osiris. I can't remember exactly which one. I think it's, if I'm correct, the Favour of Osiris will forgive a loss from the trials. The Mercy of Osiris will add a win, and then the Boon of Osiris will, if you win the first match of your Trials passage, it'll actually count as 2 wins, which is a very interesting one, and I can't actually wait to test these out. It's going to add a lot of variety. Now, if we move to this last image, I didn't include the big image, but it says Spoils of War. Those who find victory in the Trials of Osiris will be rewarded with gear befitting humanity's greatest hope. Osiris, and those loyal to him, have toiled in secret for years to locate and modify weapons and armor that can stand against the onrushing darkness. So, of course, this is just mentioning about how Osiris has been hiding from everybody, and he's been forging the trials in his secret lair, away from everybody. And, of course, now it's going to be available on May 19th, and the first trials, I believe, is going to run on May 22nd. I believe that's when it becomes unlocked. But anyways, let's move on to the new Crucible maps now. So now let us talk about the new Crucible maps. So in the DLC there's going to be a total of 4 Crucible maps added, only 3 if you're on Xbox, but the 4th one will unlock sometime in September. We're not sure yet, but I believe it will come with the major content expansion. But let's begin with the first map. So this will be available to everyone and it is called the Thieves' Den. The description reads, "This fallen hideout located in the Caldrius of Venus has been cleared for Crucible combat. The hideout itself remains intact, complete with an idling skiff and constant reminders of the Fallen's presence, providing Guardians with a vital training ground. Thieves' Den is a fairly large symmetrical map with precarious drops, that offer alternate routes for those willing to risk the fall." So evidently this is going to be a symmetrical map similar to how the Black Garden one was, which is of course very good. I actually like the symmetrical-ish maps. So now let's move on to the second map, which is the Widow's Court, which will be set on the European Dead Zone in Earth. And first of all, the picture for this one looks absolutely awesome. It looks like kind of like an old royal bathing session. No, that's good description. Anyways, the description reads, "On the edge of the European Dead Zone, there are countless stories of the events that left this village a ghost town. Guardians now use its eerily quiet streets as a training ground chosen by Lord Shaxx. Widow's Court is an asymmetrical map with both long sight lines and cramped interiors, supporting short and long range strategies," which of course sounds amazing. That's kind of the average map that you're going to want. The next map is Black Shield, and all three of these will be available to everyone. And this is set in Firebase Thuria on Phobos, which is Mars's moon. I just realised that this was the thing. Wow, I'm an idiot. Yes! I'm happy now. Phobos is Mars's moon, so you're going to be able to look up at Mars. That's why I'm excited. Anyways, the description reads, "Codenamed Black Shield, this decommissioned firebase is believed to have been a key defensive position used by the Cabal when they established their warbase on the surface of Mars. Black Shield is a symmetrical map with multiple choke points and an interior middle ground to hold, leading to frenetic encounters," which sounds really cool. And I'm excited now because it's set on Phobos, which, as I said, is Mars's moon. And yeah, Phobos. And now let's move on to the PlayStation exclusive map, which is called the Timekeeper and is set on Mars. The description for this one reads, "This mysterious clockwork-like structure was built by the Vex untold centuries ago. The rogue warlock Osiris once theorized that this place, and others like it, was tuned to temporal energies unmapped by humanity. Timekeeper is a Sony PlayStation exclusive map set within a windy Martian wasteland featuring an eccentric spiral layout and close quarters combat." Now, this is just hype material, is this. This Bungie's too good at hype, but yeah, seriously. These maps sound really cool, especially the Phobos one. As you can tell, I'm very excited for Phobos. Phobos. Anyways, guys, that is all of the information that was announced today and in the live stream. If any more information becomes available over the coming weeks, I will be sure to let you know as soon as possible. Also, I just wanted to point out that the live stream was definitely made by DJ's Suit. DJ's Suit was the fanciest thing on the planet. But anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching this video. In the comments, let me know how hyped you are for all the trials and all of these new Crucible maps. But if you enjoyed the video, remember to smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe for daily gaming content. Remember to follow me on Facebook, Twitter and Twitch. Links in the description below. And I'll see you guys in another video. So until then, ciao.